The Asir magpie is a unique species.
One of the most beautiful birds I've ever seen.
And they are among the smartest birds in the world.
Every time we catch one, it gets harder to catch the other one.
The only species that is only found in this country.
It's one of the globally threatened species as an endangered.
This research project is aimed at understanding the biology of the Asir magpie.
And it's been conducted in a collaborative effort by Saudi Aramco, by the Smithsonian Institute, by the Saudi Wildlife Authority, and by local community partners.
It's an international program. It's a world-scale program that will help their survival.
This is the first study for the Asir magpie. We know a little, but we learn a lot.
There's a lot of information about the Eurasian magpie and also the magpie in North America. But this particular species, we know very little about it.
It's exclusively found in the highlands of the Asir region. And we know it depends on the juniper forest.
Migration is part of their life cycle. So they move from habitat to another to keep surviving.
Distribution is started from Taif, here in Taif, up to the south in Asir.
We need to understand its reproductive biology, its diet, and we just need to understand how many magpies there are right now. And finally, we need to understand its movements.
Our primary objective was to catch some birds so that we could take measurements. We also take blood samples so that we can do genetic analyses.
We're attaching satellite transmitters to individual magpies.
The transmitter will give us answer about the movement in different seasons.
We learn how interconnected organisms and ecosystems are.
Our intention, once we get the results analysed, is to share that knowledge. And most of all, we want to develop management actions. So if the satellite tracking information suggests that the birds are confined to this area, we might be able to physically pick up individuals and relocate them into this suitable habitat and help the population to thrive.
The juniper forests, the wadis, and the highlands are a very unique ecosystem here in Saudi Arabia that needs to be preserved. And the Asir magpie is an icon of this ecosystem.
The natural ecosystem in Saudi Arabia is considered very fragile, full with thousands of unique species.
If you lose one species to extinction, that can really have outsized and cascading effects.
This study will help us to see the factor affecting the population. I think the study will show us important information for future conservation.
We're going to learn a lot more about these beautiful juniper forests and how best we can conserve and protect them. And if we do that, then we're going to help protect this entire ecosystem.
The research will run for a minimum of 12 months, but we hope it will run for 10 years at least.
I hope that our cooperation with Aramco will continue, because I think what we are doing is really important for Saudi.
Before this project began, there was only one bird had ever been captured and measured and weighed, and now we've caught 12.
I was not expecting that we get this number of birds being tagged and fitted with transmitter.
We understand a lot more about the Asir magpie, and we're doing this in collaboration with local people that live here in the Asir region.
So we believe that everybody has a responsibility to protect this unique bird, and Saudi Aramco wants to be a part of protecting this bird.
There is a lot to do, and we have species that not exist in any part of the world. This is our planet, and this is our future.